Happy Monday, everybody. Sorry I'm a few seconds late. And sorry, my ring light came apart. And I yelled for Jeff to come help me, but he has not come up here yet. So, Jeff, if you're listening, come help, please. Hope everybody had a great Monday. It's been kind of crazy here. I'm used to having a 2-day weekend. And with racing, it went down to a 1-day weekend. And Saturday we had plans, so we were gone like half the day. So it went down to a half a day weekend. So I'm just kind of trying to get settled. But I'm off Thursday and Friday. So I am good with that. We have a long weekend. So I'm ready for the long weekend. So did everybody see our new friend that we did a video on? Our new addition that we're very excited about. That's where we were on Saturday morning, and we were going there at 9:30, and I think we all knew that it was going to be a longer visit than we had planned, but we just couldn't leave, and we stayed a lot longer, and we're really, really happy. So Finley is absolutely adorable. He is sweet. We did have a few questions I just wanted to share. So like somebody asked why do they have to rehome Finley? But I think the thing with Finley is they don't have to rehome him. Unfortunately, Cindy's had a series of life events that have just made it more challenging for her to care for all of her animals on the farm. So I don't think she was actively looking to rehome him, but if the right home came available, then she would. And things just fell so much in place. It was just absolutely wonderful. So I think it's just a win-win. Cindy is a beautiful, beautiful soul, and things just fell into place. I mean, I don't think we could have asked for things to go any better. So we're excited, and I don't know if you all saw that Jay moved Cinco in with the goats. Not the goats, no, the donkeys, just to see how he would do. So far, I think he has done well. I don't anticipate Cinco having trouble. Like I've said, I don't think he has aggressive bone in his body. I just think he's a big boy that doesn't know he's a big boy. So Jennifer says, my heart breaks for her, but I know he will be in good hands. Our hearts absolutely break for her. But, on the positive side, she can see him whenever. She can get on lives and see him. We can do video. We can do, we will do whatever. Because I can't imagine, Jeff said that he wasn't even, he was close to Chuck, but not like Finley and Cindy. So, and it broke, you know how much it broke his heart. So Finley will be, and I hope I'm getting this right, I think Finley will be 2 in July. Finley has been fixed. So we're going to have two fixed animals together. They honestly probably weigh about the same, but Cinco's legs are longer and Finley's a little bit thicker. So, Susan, did I see you mean Chuck go after Lester? Yes, I did. I did see that. Kind of crazy. Yeah, I think they'll be good. And so I'm just kind of I did read some comments because traveling, I read comments, but just a second. Marcia, Cinco is doing great. Cinco is doing wonderful. So I think it's going to be a good fit. And and we were talking about how Jeff was so sad. Jeff knew leaving Chuck with Lester was the best thing. That even if it's the best thing, even if or if it's a good thing, it's heartbreaking. So Finley's coming to the farm when we get the fencing. I think this week Jeff is going to go out. Jeff and I are both different learners. I printed out a satellite map of Lake Road, and so we can look at the fencing. Jeff wants to take string, which makes more sense actually. Sorry, I don't like it. Jeff wants to take string and string it out so he can see where the fence is going to go. So it's going to be sooner rather than later. I think a lot of people some people have commented about that. But like we really, really are going to work towards that. I'm very, very, I'm excited. And once again, I've said this a million times. If you ever told me I'd be excited about having two steers, one big boy, one little boy, come live with us, I'd have said you're crazy. Hi, Ann from Louisville, Kentucky. So, yes, Auntie. Okay, I don't know if you all followed Steinmetz Family Farm, but there's a lady called, we call her Auntie Sue, and she's the one. She knew Cindy, and she kind of orchestrated this, and so we're forever indebted. That's not the right word. We're forever indebted to Auntie Sue for thinking about us. Yes, fencing is extremely hard work. And so we are hoping that we're going to get to that really, really quickly. And Jeff and I are coming, we're coming up with a plan. Some of the comments, and honestly, a lot of these comments are really, really are valuable. We've had a lot of really constructive criticism, which not really criticism, just constructive comments, which I appreciate. Things that make us think that maybe we're not thinking about. So about like, are we going to have time for this? Somebody even commented that, we need to stop racing with Jaden. We need, but we are going to make it work. We have a lot of, I don't want to say waste of time, but time, like, I think we just need to live on purpose, and we haven't been living on purpose. And we're going to get it done. And some things are probably going to have to go, but right now, Jaden loves racing. And like right now, Jeff is working on race cars because I think what he's figured out is he needs to get the race cars done early in the week so he has time, because I think they kind of hang over him in his brain. So he gets those done, and then I think it frees up his brain space and time to do other things. So, Longhorns in our weather. Yes, we they're having Longhorns here, because actually I was driving, and I've probably passed them before, but once again, you never know. And I passed them. I was telling Jeff, I know exactly where they are. So Longhorns can be here. Tell Jeff to allow for the H corners plus gate sizes when measuring out. Janice, that's a good comment. I'm sure, honestly, don't laugh at me. That's kind of foreign to me, but I think he's going to. I think he has kind of a plan. So somebody asked, are my family members okay in Kentucky after the tornadoes? Yes, they are. Our area did not get hit, but if anybody was in the area of the bad weather, I am so sorry, and I hope everything's working out. Honestly, guys, I did not look like this when I came home from work, but I'm kind of feeling, you know how when you kind of feel crappy and you're like, maybe if I try to make myself look nicer, that's what I did. So it's been crazy. So yes, I know Jeff was telling me about that. I don't often get the chance. Sometimes I'll listen to Lester, but it was talking about concerns about Longhorns in our weather. But we have seen them, and and they're obviously, they're thriving. So I think our big deal is just let's get let's get what we have over there, and then we'll go from there. So it's very, very, very exciting. We are happy. It's a little, sometimes it's overwhelming because we went from where we were in January to here, and it's kind of crazy, but I wouldn't trade it. I really think, like I said, and I have been fussed out a little bit about, but I think it's a God thing. That's the only way I can explain it. So, hey, Linda, we are going to come up with a volunteer day. I'm just trying to nail Jeff down. Because what a lot of people don't know, when we were talking about scheduling this, our scheduling, our schedules, and our schedules are crazy. Then my work, and I've mentioned this before, we still have, I think, the 180-day school schedule. But because they're preschoolers, they found that if we just have more frequent breaks throughout the year. And so this summer, have big breaks, but then I work like the whole month of July, but we don't work on Friday. So I mean, I think that's going to free up a lot of my time to help him. So that will be good. Stephanie, thank you. So Stephanie says, thank you for going live for Jaden's race. I have to apologize. Like, I mean, like, I love to share it with you all, but I'll be really honest. I don't really watch what I'm filming, and I can't help but get excited, and I can't help but be mouthy. So I'm really sorry about that. But Jane was very excited. And will Cinco and Finley still be able to go into the backwoods? Let me say initially probably not. Initially, just to get them over there and to get them settled. We don't have the fencing to fence that in yet. However, that is definitely on the cards. And someone asked about shelter in the winter. That is what we are working on. We're working on shelter. Jeff's really looking at it and looking at where it would be in the context of the fencing. And, you know, what we also want to have is an area that, like if Cindy were to want to come to see Finley, that she can just go and, you know, spend time with Finley without having to worry about Cinco. So he's got all this planned out in his brain. You all have probably seen it. Jeff is very good with these kind of things. He's very mechanically minded, very good with measuring, very good with laying things out. I'm not. That's his strength. And so I'm sure he has this planned out in his brain. We just need to make it concrete. Yeah, everybody's talking about they were always the same way at their kids and grandkids games. Yeah, I get so excited when he races. And Dee said she was caught on camera more than once standing at the fence yelling at other drivers. Ricardo, Jeff is a MacGyver. He's a MacGyver. He is good at all of that stuff. And, you know, we're really blessed. He's good at cars. He's the only thing that he hates, like working with wood. But we are working on, I think it's called a run-in shed for the animals. And there is the 3-cow garage. I think that's what it is. And what that pretty much is, it is a run-in shed that they made at Steinmetz Family Farm on Lake Road for the cows. And so we are trying to figure out if we just want to move that forward and work on it, or if we, you know, and I think that will be fine short term, but I don't know if he wants to do that long term. So I mean, we're looking at pricing and we're looking to see if we can find something, you know, used, but we just want to have some place to keep them safe. We were talking about, he's already talking about like wind block for when it's cold out, things to block the wind. Where will Cinco and Finley be able to go for shade? Jeff will know that answer, and he will be up here. Because like I said, I was not really big into the Lake Road when everybody else was. So, I mean, I'm sure I will guarantee you he's thought about that. He puts that in the forefront, like the animals in the forefront of his mind. And so I'm sure he will have an answer for you, because he said he would come up about 7:30. So, hi, Amy. Hi, everybody. Are you going to just a second? I'm reading Kimberly's comment, but Jeff's got some notification here. I don't. Kimberly says, are you going to share your Cheerios with Finley? Jaden thinks that is the funniest thing. Of course, he does not have his notifications turned off. Oh, Lord have mercy. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. Sorry. That was a total squirrel moment. And speaking of squirrel moments, did you all see the daggone squirrel fall out of the tree in that video? First of all, I didn't know I caught it on video until I was going back. Like, we were standing there, if you all haven't seen it, and Cindy was talking, the lady who owns Finley, and all of a sudden, like this big plop, and there was this tree. I mean, the squirrel fell out of a tree, Just kind of shook it up and ran back off. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Stephanie, that's a good idea. She says, do any of your local high schools have a construction class? Maybe they can make a shed. I don't know. You know, I think there's a lot of different things we can look at. He has been looking on Facebook Marketplace and looking at things. So hopefully we'll find something. You know, honestly, right now I'm just having faith that things are going to work out. They have so far. And so we're just going to continue that, you know, believe that things are going to work exactly as they are. And we do have a few little other moving pieces in the works. It's not we're really able to say quite yet. So, okay, Januk, you said probably. Did I miss something? I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be so distracted. And I want to read all the comments, but then I get really distracted and totally forget what I was talking about because that's just me. Yeah, Kathy, thank you. I wouldn't worry about the animals coming to your farm. You both have everything figured out. Yeah, I mean, like, it's crazy. Like, they're like my babies. Like, I truly, truly love these animals. And so somebody was saying, a couple people have said walked about mud cells, and that's for a long time we went to the mud cell. A lot of their things were really expensive. However, their sheds, we left before they auctioned the sheds, and we weren't really at the shed, but their sheds were really, really stupid cheap. So that could be a possibility. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, Pat, is the pink shed too small? The pink shed is what Jeff is hoping to clean out, paint, and use for the goats. So, you know, we have a tentative, like I said, the 3-cow garage could work, but I don't think it's the most ideal thing. It's the most ideal thing. So we will work on that. Really, Stephanie says her local high school does, and they take orders for so many every semester. That's really cool. They were talking about her high school makes run-in sheds. I would have never, ever thought about that. We have tried looking on Marketplace. I think Jeff lives on Marketplace looking for stuff. And I don't know where this came from. I know what I was telling you all about. Jaden thinks it is hilarious because I am like Cheerio girl. When I go to the racetrack in the morning, I'll take like a cup of Cheerios with me. And so he thinks it is the funniest thing that Finley loves Cheerios. But Finley also now loves muffins. Hey, Brandy. I don't think I saw your comment. If you could type it again, I'm really, really sorry. Anne, are you going to get a donkey? I don't know. Jaden wants one. Jaden really wants one. We actually got the opportunity to go out in the field and pet Elliot and Fireman. So they're really cool. I've never spent time with donkeys before. And they were really, really cool. They were sweet. And, so that's not anything. I mean, I haven't really thought about it. But when we went out to see Elliot and them, they are very, very awesome. Angie, we could find out who made the buildings that were at the med cell. Absolutely. Oh, somebody said that. Gail said the color of Finley does look so much like Uno. And the sad, yeah, I'll say sad. Finley was bought at the auction house where Uno was sold. So it's kind of sad. So, but the thing is like I said, this is a perfect thing that God used evil for good. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Brandy. Yes, my family was not affected whatsoever. Actually, my sister, they had 82 mile an hour winds where she lives, and she said she slept through them. So yeah, That is a God wink, Kelly. It really, really is. So, oh, come on, Leanne. Texas girl can clip a fence. Would love to help. I think I'm going to have to learn to help. I'm like, you know me. I'm not like, I'm not really super outdoorsy. I'm not really any of that, but I'm willing to learn anything. Heck, I learned to drive a tractor. I don't think they got video of that big old Henry. I got to learn to drive old Henry, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Hey, Christine, I will check my email. And for those of you all that got the lemongrass, the bug repellent, it totally left my brain, but it was mailed out to you. So, oh yeah, please hit the thumbs up button. We really appreciate that. We appreciate you all. We are getting, Mary Ellen asked where we're getting the other cow from. We're getting the cow from a lady who just had some life changes, and she was looking if the right situation came about that she would be willing to let Finley live with us. I don't even want to say rehome him. It's kind of what's happening, but like we said, she's always going to be his mama, which people kind of make fun of me saying that, but it's the truth. That's the way we look at it. Oh my goodness. Leanne said she's seriously planning a road trip that way. If we time it right, you'd be happy to help. Lord have mercy. If you could teach me stuff, that would be great. Hey, Stephanie, we will have to take video of Jaden driving it. She said she'd like to see video. Jaden, and I was overprotective mama bear, and I'll admit it, but he loved it. He did great. He did better than me. It was a little too fast for me sometimes, but it was fun. Like me driving a tractor. You know, if I would, I never had that on my 2025 bingo card, that I would drive a tractor and that I would be in love with bulls and that I would have anything to do with the farm. Never thought that would happen. So, but I'm happy about it all. It's wonderful. It's great. We're excited, and I'm excited. I think Jaden's excited. It's crazy. And somebody said it would be kind of cool if we got a GoPro for Jaden. It is illegal, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure we cannot have GoPros because a lot of kids did, and they're really, really strict about the rules. So it would be fun. That maybe I wonder for practice. I don't want to buy one for just that, but maybe somebody has one that we can borrow, because it's fun. And I don't know, it probably didn't show on, the video, because you'd really have to see videos from back. He has come so far, and he has done so great. And we're really, really proud of him. So it was fun. And like we always ask him permission if he wants to be on camera, if he wants to do something. We always ask his permission. He's old enough to. I don't want to do it if he doesn't want us to. So he was the one who was so excited, and I guess I did speak for him a little bit he wanted me to interview him, and I guess I did maybe over talk for him a little bit. So I'm going to have to be more cognizant and realize he's 12 and he's a big boy. He's my baby. And he's not being my baby anymore. He's being a turkey, actually. But like, it's cool. Like tomorrow night, I think he and Jeff are going to the races again. And like I said, as hard as it is for me to give up that mama boy, because he's my baby and I love him, I think it's really, really important for him and Jeff to really develop that bond. So I'm loving that. So, Kristen can't wait for me to drive the tractor. When we go over there next time, I will drive it. Hey, Lori, the donkeys really, we spent a bunch of time with them, and they were really great. They were wonderful. They were fun. We really, really enjoyed it. Jaden enjoyed it. So we'll see. Okay, Ann, that's a problem. What are you doing for Mary? That's something that Jeff and I have talked about. Once again, like because like people's like, don't air I'm not airing dirt. I will never say anything about a relationship that we have not figured out. one of the things that we struggle with, he's Mr. Fly by the seat of his pants, and I'm not. I like to have things planned. And so last week I did get a little aggravated just because like I would come home and I would have something in my brain what I needed to get done. He's like, okay, let's go do this and let's go do that and let's go do this. And honestly, in the past, that would have built resentment, and it was starting to. And so I just pretty much said that I don't mind helping you. I'll do whatever. But I felt like when that happens, I feel like my time's not valued per se. And so, tomorrow night, what's one of the things too. He's like, you just stay home and have time for yourself. So I've kind of asked him like for one weeknight, can you get Jaden dinner and just, let me just have some me time, whether it's just going for a long walk, whether it's watching stupid TV and just doing something for me. So I do need to work on that because that's kind of fallen by the wayside. I'm gonna read Kelly's comment here because if it's not on the calendar, it's a no-go unless it's an emergency. Yeah, that's gonna be. That's one of my things. Thank you, Leanne, so much. I need to have a schedule. And so I think we're working on that because, like I said, he's not a scheduler, but I downloaded a family calendar so that we can put everything on it. So, and I think it's a man thing too. Like, I don't think, like, why do you need me time? He doesn't understand that, and that's okay. I think it's a man thing. I desperately need me time, and I'm kind of feeling, as crazy as it is, like I felt like earlier, like I felt like I had like more joy in my heart. Like, I don't know. I feel like, and he thought it's a man thing, I think. But I said, like, I feel like my soul is very heavy right now for some reason. So I think when that happens, and I need to reflect and I need to figure out what I need to do for me and what I just need to reflect and figure out why I'm feeling this way. Because I don't like it. Because like earlier in the year, like February, March, I was really like full of joy and I felt great, and I'm still super happy with things going on in our life. I think there's so much there's so much cool stuff going on. So there's there's absolutely no reason for me not to feel joy and feel happy. And I'm just kind of bogged down and I don't know what that's about. So, but the cool thing is usually that would have kind of put me into depression, but guess what? It's figure outable. Everything we can figure it out. So I just need to step back, take time, and figure out what's going on. And sometimes I think it helps. Thank you, Jennifer, for the super sticker. Sometimes I think I need to step back and just take some time. Hey, Miss Holly. Holly, let's get together for lunch sometime. That's also something I really need to do too, is like reach out to other people. I'm one of those I shouldn't say weird people, that's not right. But like I won't invite people places because I'm always like, if they say no, I like take it part. Well, they don't want to spend time with me, which is so ridiculous. But I need to. No, Christine, I'm not bipolar. No, I'm. It's just. I think there's lots of changes, lots of positive changes. I am, and I'll be honest, I'm sad about my little boy growing up a little bit. Sometimes I get homesick. I miss my family. There's a lot. There's a lot of things going on this time of year. It's kind of hard to explain, but like our kids are a little bit on the crazier side. Work's a little bit crazier. So work is usually my happy place, my chill place, and it's still a happy, chill place. But our kids are getting ready to go to kindergarten, like the kids in my class. And then we kind of start with a clean slate. And so Michelle says schedule that massage. Absolutely. And then part of it is I do think, like somebody mentioned, cortisol levels. I think while all this stuff is really great and it's exciting and cool things are happening, there is that level of stress. It may be good stress, but it's still stress. So, Amy, how is Jaden feeling with his allergies? We put him on Dom Tap, and that kind of knocked it out. So, there was somebody said something. Just a second. Sorry, guys. I'm going to get up here. Maybe not. Oh, Lord have mercy, guys. I'm not good at this. I'm going to kill Jeffrey. Next time I'm doing this on my computer. I've never done this on my computer. And Sue said, I need to go on my trip to Montana. And I will have to say that Jeff is super positive about that. I mean, he's like talking about, eventually, starting to put money aside. So I'm reading, I know it is. Caitlin Culp said, my son is 13. We met you one night at the Liberty. His name is Mason. I would absolutely love to meet you all. I think that would be great. Jeff, Jaden, and Mason can go do something and we can have a girls' day. I think that would be wonderful. I think that would be exciting. No, Christine, and I didn't think, but like, I truly don't think, it's not really bipolar. It's just kind of a ebb and flow. And like I said, stress, positive stress and negative stress, I think, kind of just create that cortisol, that stress response. And it's hard to explain. Maybe, I don't know. But like in January, I had a very different view of what my life was going to be like. I mean, like a totally different view of what my life was going to be like. And while it's great and it's exciting and I love it and I wouldn't trade it for anything, you know how like you spend like a year planning something, and because it was over the course of a year planning something, and then things change. And like I said, it's happy change, but it's like your brain has to totally like switch gears. And so I think there's a lot of things. Honestly, I think I could probably go back to my therapist. Or honestly, not as crazy as it is, if I just would get outside in the sun and walk and do something for myself, I think that would help more than anything. Jerry, I agree. When our little boys pull away, it is so hard. And like his thing now is like, he thinks it's funny to give me a hard time, and he thinks it's funny to tease me. And I'm like, this is my sweet little boy. But he's growing up and I've got to let him, but I guess I can feel a little bit, sad about it. So somebody at the racetrack told us that their family member was a school psychologist and said one of the worst ages is 7th grade, which is where he's going. So Jennifer says, you did an amazing course correction. It'll take time to adjust to the new normal. And I think that's exactly what it is. Hey guys, start yelling for Jeff to get his butt up here. He said he would come up. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, it's weird. It's great. It's happy. It's exciting, but it's just a lot at the same time. The fun and joy is in the journey with all of its ups and downs. I love that. Oh, wait till he turns 14. Oh no. Heartland Branch, Colorado. That sounds very cool. Mason is in 7th grade. It's tough. Yes. Stephanie, somebody says, have you thought about journaling? I need to journal. Okay, Anne, thank you for saying that. Anne said, Mondays with Mary has turned out Mondays with Adventures of Oreo and Joey. And can I tell you why that is? That's my insecurity. That's totally, you made me cry. That's my insecurity, because I'm like, I always tell Jeff, I'm like, they want to hear from you. They don't want to hear from me. And so that made me feel really good. So, yeah, so that was my big thing. I'm like, that's why I make him come up a lot of times. It's not him, honestly. It's kind of like he's my security blanket a little bit, because like he started this journey, and everybody knows him from SFF, and he knows, all that stuff. And so I'm like, yeah, I really don't have anything to say. So, wow, that made me feel really good. Somebody just had a grandson. Karen, congratulations on your grandson. Actually, I just had today what is she's a great niece. I had a great niece born in Kentucky, and she's so cute. I can't wait to meet her in person. Jade and I will go to Kentucky the end of the end of June. We go the end of June for a week, and Jeff hasn't been going, but he really loves Jeff really loves my sister-in-law's father, and he's a really wonderful man. And I talked to her today, and she said that he's really struggling with like Alzheimer's type symptoms. And so I told Jeff that kind of like if you want to go see Bill and you really want to be able to have a conversation with him and converse with him, that maybe this is the time you need to go. So hopefully he'll go with us. My brother and sister-in-law have a pool, and I just found out, and I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm sharing with y'all, but my brother, God love his heart, he's been a nurse for, let's see, he's 15 years, 16 years older than I am, and he's been a nurse forever, and he's such a phenomenal nurse. He's great, but I just found out he's retiring, and I'm so excited for him because he's a good guy. He's a really good guy, and so I'm excited. They're going to, they're going to do some really cool adventures. They have a new grandbaby. So I'm excited for him. I just found that out today. So we had some big family things going on today as far as that goes. Hey, Kathy, take tomorrow night for you while the boys are gone. No housework. That's what I need to do, because actually that's one of the reasons I'm going to be excited about having our camper at Lake Road, because I'm the one, like if I sit here, I'm trying to relax and I'm like, but there's laundry that needs to be done. The dishes are in the dishwasher. My brain goes. But when we're in your camper, it's so small, it's hard to make dirty. And I think, honestly, being out there with the camper at Lake Road and being able to go outside, I think is going to be wonderful. I think it's going to be great. And so, Kelly Honeycutt, today is her parents' 53rd anniversary. That is so awesome. I can't imagine. Lord. There's a big mouth. Don't tell him what I said. So, diamond art project tomorrow. That would be really good. The one thing we really need to work on, and I think Jeff is going to help me with this. He doesn't know yet. Like, I need someplace in our house that I can lay stuff out. Like right now in our house, to do diamond art, I have to lay it out, start it, and clean it up. Lay it out, start it, clean. So I want someplace that I can just leave stuff out. Sue said, "Is that Lester?" Oh Lord, you look like but you didn't come up and fix my ring light.
What?
I text you, I broke my ring light. Didn't really break it.
How'd you break it? Why
Lori,
does it look like this?
What? Because I broke it. Lori, I mean, all we can do is pray, and all we can do is guide him that he will stay away from drugs. I feel horrible for those that have experienced that. And I can never say never, but all he can do is guide him in the right way and keep him in our prayers. And, pray he makes the right choices. That's what I always tell him. My job is not to, as a parent right now, my job's not to be his friend, even though I love him. My job is to help him to grow to be a nice young man. And I know parents that have parented their children and has done a phenomenal job, and unfortunately they get mixed up with the wrong crowd, and that's just so unfortunate, and that is so sad. But all we can do is pray for our kids. We teach them right, send them on their way, and just pray. Yes, I'm hoping to have the camper at Lake Road will great. And Jennifer, we don't have a spare room to do that, and that's what we need. We need to clean out our basement because it's like a mess. And so, somebody asked where Royce was today. Well, Royce is a little bit on the wild side. So this is hilarious. You're going to think I'm crazy. I put him in his dog crate, and I turned on pet music for dogs because I thought if he hears me talking, he'll bark. And what's wrong? And he is being very, very nice. Heidi says, remember, you're not raising a child, you are raising an adult. Amen. That is what we are. Oh, hello. Now I don't look quite so bad. We lots of talk on plans and no action. Well, actually, I totally disagree with that. Um, Jeff had his defense delivered. We are going out, and he is. We're coming up with a plan. We are not going to screw it up. We're not just going to go into it without a good plan because it's a lot of money to waste, and we're not willing to do that. We want to do it right. We're not going to do it perfect, but we're going to do it right. So, I'm sorry if it seems that way, but
We trade spots.
do you think this is like the throne or something? Oh, Jennifer is working. He's quiet. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Somebody giving us a hard time.
A lot of talk, no action, pretty much what we're saying, but that's okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're doing what we can do, right, bud?
I mean, if you want to come out.
Hey, we had somebody that said they'd come help.
Oh, yeah?
They're from Texas.
Oh, yeah, yes.
She said she's good at it.
No, people don't understand, and I get it. We do come on here and talk about it a lot, but we are making moves. So
that's what's important. I mean, like you're looking at running sheds. So it's not like we can just. If we had we were blessed with the GoFundMe. That's the only reason. That's the only reason we can do what we're doing. But like if we had $100,000, sure, we could go out and buy running sheds and get somebody to do our fencing.
Yeah,
and
we just have somebody do it.
We could do all that stuff. But unfortunately, we have to do like the labor by ourselves.
Right.
And so we're getting to it. We really, really are, and we're excited about it, and it's all good, right?
Right. What else did we talk about?
But here's the thing: don't get off here and get frustrated that somebody said that. Okay.
You're telling me this.
I've been good lately. I have, I think.
I would love for Lester to come up and build the fence. He's busy.
Oh, there's another guy.
Nice.
Everything.
Hey, Rick.
Everything takes money and sweat, and we're willing to put in the sweat.
So I compare this, guys know we're into racing, right? I compare this farming stuff to racing. Everything you go to do is expensive. It just, I get it. We've been talking about this for a while. Obviously, the Lake Road part of it's sort of new. So here's honestly some of the things like renting a machine to put the posts in. You rent it by the day or by the week or by 4 hours, which the 4-hour price is the same as renting it for a day. Not only do you got to rent the machine, you got to rent the attachment to pound the posts in. So I don't feel like renting it for a day is obviously going to be enough. And I don't want to rent it for a week and just have it sit there because I work, we both work. So I'm trying to come up with a plan. I thought about even, you can buy one of the augers that digs the hole. I thought about even getting one of them because here's the thing too. And I priced out, I didn't even get to tell you this yet, but I priced out. So the posts we got are 3 to 4 inch, right? So where the corners are and where the gates are going to be, I've decided that I want to go with a larger post because they can take more abuse. And as you pull your fence tight, you want everything to be good and strong. So today I looked up pricing on the 6 to 7 inch post, and I'm going to reach out to pretty much to buy a bundle of them. It's another $1,000. Now, I won't need a bundle of them right now, but in time I will. If I'm going to have the guy deliver and do all the things. So my thoughts are to get the bigger posts here, and then I want to put some string lines up and kind of figure out what I'm doing, and then start putting the post in and have the gates established. That way there's no screwing up with the gates. So
hey Dee, I saw your name go by, and I want to thank you. We got your card today, and it was so sweet, and we really, really appreciate it. And the picture on the front was beautiful. So Ricardo says 3 guys growing strong in his baby.
Yeah, 3 guys. We're gaining on them. Look out, ladies. We're coming. Your poles don't have points, so auger would be better. So the post pounder itself does pound them in, and today actually I looked up what size machine I would need and what size auger I would need, or what size post pounder I would need to do the 6 and 7 inch. And basically Jay's done this. He's done this. He's ready. He knows exactly the machine I'm talking about. He's actually the one that put me onto that. Pounding them in will be much quicker. if I wanted to do just the gates and get them established, maybe I get the auger and do that and establish my gates and actually concrete them in. Um,
And I'm just saying, somebody said that, and I think something that you are going to have trouble with, but I think to make it work is somebody said ask for help.
right. It's just hard to schedule it.
That's hard to schedule, right?
Because
right,
we got racing going on.
But but I think if we scheduled like a day just to, I mean, like to clean up the property, I think.
Well, and I think now what we got to do is, my thing is I want to get our animals over there and get things rolling, because as things progress, that's where we're going to need this or need that, need to move this, need to move that. My biggest thing with that is a shelter.
That's what I was telling them.
I don't. So obviously we don't need one for wintertime at this moment, right? But I want them to be able to have a place for shade. And my thoughts are there on, when I say a carport, you know, if you guys watch Lester's channel, you know, he's got the big car, just a roof, building with no sides. I would like to have one of them just to keep the feet under, to keep the hay out of the weather. And that would also provide shade, because at this point, with the way we're doing the fencing, hopefully by fall, but they're not going to have access to the woods just yet.
Right, that's what somebody was asking.
Yeah, and the only reason I don't want to start down at that end first is because I want to have all their water and electric and all that stuff up close to the house. So when wintertime does get here, we're not driving through snow to feed them. We're not, you know, I want to have access to water close. So.
Okay, can I switch gears for a second? We'll answer Danny's question. How old can Jaden be and still race? Quarter midgets you can race from 5 until what?
16.
16. I think we'll probably move out of quarter midgets eventually. You think?
If he wants, yeah.
Yeah, if he wants to continue, you know, if he wants to continue racing. And like we said, because we were talking yesterday, I was telling them that like somebody was talking about that we can't do this and let him race, and you know, we got to pick and choose. But I think if we live on purpose and schedule things, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? Tell me.
Nothing.
What are you saying?
I'm not saying, I didn't say anything.
You don't have to. You have that grin on your face.
You know, I'm a great planner. I like to schedule things. I like things on a calendar.
We've discussed this.
Oh, you have?
I know
yeah, I'm like that. Hey, we're going to go to Lake Road tonight, work on the tractor. Oh, she was mad at me last week. Hey, Brandy.
I wasn't mad.
Until she got to drive the tractor.
Is the bomb helping your feet?
Yes, my feet are. So it's a combination of that. The D, it has absolutely, so I could sleep. But my prednisone has really, you guys want to see my feet? Kidding. But yeah, everything's getting better. Yes.
Somebody said they lived on a ranch. Their children did other activities. You just have to do what?
Holla.
You have to plan.
Alicia's on. Let's pay attention, Alicia.
You need to plan.
I do plan. When I get home, I plan. Let's go.
And so honestly, but that's my fault, because instead of saying, this is totally me, instead of saying, no, I don't want to, or no, I have plans, because you probably would have a little temper tantrum over that. I'm like, okay, I go, but then I get grumpy and miserable, right?
No.
You can say that.
No, nobody. No. I'm keeping my ears pretty.
Yes, this is not his dream, it's your all's dream, so he needs to continue to do what he enjoys. I agree, Sandra.
It's just, I don't want to keep saying it's going to take time, but guys, I don't
take action.
Sorry. Nobody wants animals over there more than me right now. I can tell you that.
Just like Crystal asked if I got a summer break. I have wonky breaks. But I have June, I have a 2-week break. Then we go all of July. And
my feet are nasty.
And then we have a 3-week break in August. So, did you talk to Lester about butt pellets, Jeff?
No, I need to. I mean, hey, Lester, I'd like to talk to you about butt pellets. There's certain things. I seen somebody ask about what happens when Jaden turns 16. So quarter midgets, here's what goes on, guys. I don't know how many of you follow racing or whatever, but nobody really stays in quarter midgets till they're 16 anymore. And it's all up through the ranks. You know, back when I was growing up, your average stock car driver that races NASCAR was probably in his 40s. Now, if they're in their 40s, they're the old guy and should retire. So, as all the cycles changed, all the kids are moving up earlier and earlier and earlier. And here in Central PA, there's so many different classes of race cars that if Jaden wants to continue, he would be able to do that. I honestly, it won't be this year, and it probably won't be next year. But we would have to look at, with his size and stuff, we would have to look at doing something a little different. I don't know what that route will be. I don't know. It might come to the point where he might, and I can't. My whole life I've worked on race cars. Like I've been around racing my whole life. I can't imagine not doing that. But it might become a deal where, if we got the little farm thing going, maybe it's a deal where we can just sell the racing stuff, buy some four-wheelers and go up into the mountains. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what he wants.
He's listening to everything.
Yeah, I know he's listening.
He's funny. What were we talking about today? We thought he was in his room playing. And we were talking about you going to the races.
Oh, yeah.
He listens to everything.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you hear this little voice from his bedroom, because we were kind of talking soft like this. He heard it.
He hears everything at all. So, but honestly, I think he fell in love with Finley.
Oh yeah,
he really likes.
Yeah,
Finley.
and once Finley gets used to us, and
But that's one thing I do have to credit Jeff with, truly, is because when we went in there with Finley, like we could have gone after him, we could have chased him down, like we're gonna pet you, but we just stood there and let him come to
no horses.
Let him come to us, and thank you, Gabby.
Thank you.
So it's really like I think you are learning a lot about animal behavior and things like that. And
I think so.
We're getting there slowly but surely, guys.
I didn't mean to yell about the horse, but here's the thing: horses take, in my mind, I watch Jamie and Lester and how much work they have. Racing is a disease, and how much time it takes. I do not have. I can't. I just can't do it. Now, would I like? Did you guys see Jamie swimming with the? I don't know if it was Prim. Anyhow, that I would love to do. Like I would be, but as far as having them and taking care of them, there's no way. There's just no way.
They're fragile animals.
They're hey Dee, thank you. So that's it, Rick. A lot of it's completely out of my wheelhouse. I'm not so sure cows aren't, but we're going to learn. Not for me. I'm not saying I wouldn't like to go get horseback riding lessons, and I wouldn't mind riding them, and I'd like to lose some weight. That if I would ever go back down to Texas, that Jamie or Lester could lead me around on one of theirs. That would be. And
two, I think if maybe we were 20 years younger.
Yeah.
Horses would be
That's the other thing. But it's so much work, and I love them. Rita and Roman have taught me. Like I never really cared about horse. Yeah, it's a horse, whatever. But
no, exactly. Because I'm from Kentucky, I love horses.
Yeah.
And he was like,
but then I met, and my funniest moments of
I'm weird.
Rita and Roman are in the evening. I don't know what it is for me, leave evenings at the ranch, but that's my favorite time there. When the sun's just getting ready to set, the cows are out mooing, and you guys that haven't been there won't understand it, but it's just an absolute peaceful. I can't explain it, but anyhow. And then walking out through the fence and walking over towards what is now the horses, the dance hall, walking out there and having them run up beside you and just like, I'm like, man, I love these horses.
Horses are majestic animals.
Yeah.
They're beautiful animals.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
You can do a ride and drop with horses.
What?
Like a ride and drop, kind of probably like rookie school,
Oh, I'd do that. She was with Bucky's in Storm. That's right.
I would like to go horseback riding.
I think it's something we need to do. It is an absolutely beautiful sun. And like I said, the cows get a little more active, a little more noise. I can't wait to have that on our own. Like when I say that, we're not going to have that many cows, but even the other day when we were visit with Finley and hearing him moo, and that's like, oh man, We're loving it.
And
Loving it.
and it is funny because as aggravated as I got with you going out to Lake, and it wasn't going to Lake Road. It was just not being scheduled and throwing it at me.
It was scheduled. Right here's
In
the
your brain.
here's the master calendar.
But as aggravated as I
Wait
was,
till you find out what we're doing after this.
I'm not doing anything. When I got out there, it was peaceful. I was telling them I got to drive the tractor.
Yeah, you drove old Henry.
I drove old Henry. It was fun. It was a blast.
It wasn't so fun when I put it in high gear the first time you let the clutch out.
Because I couldn't pick it up.
That's why we did it in the backfield, because a little panic set in.
It's not funny.
It's funny.
It's not funny. But
Holly!
Yay!
Yay!
Holly and I are going to go out for dinner or lunch.
You
sometime.
should. You guys should go do something. Holly's awesome.
I love Holly. You just, and the way I can only describe your personality is like you live life out loud. You are just talking to you the other night was just so awesome.
Oh, Kelly.
Kelly said, "Dearest Jersey Jeff, you got to write it on the calendar of the fridge."
I realize.
Kelly pays attention.
Yes, I do got to do better with that. I'll admit it. You have to, and Mary can agree with this, I think. When we go on a vacation, the one thing, and this was my biggest thing about being on a cruise, I didn't want to, when I go on vacation, I really fly by the seat of my pants. I don't like having anything scheduled. If I get up in the morning and decide, hey, I'm going to walk down and have a muffin and a coffee and sit and watch the fishing boats go out, which I love to do, that's what I'm going to do. And if I decide 15 minutes later, hey, let's run 2 hours, jump in the cart, like, how about it? Mm-hmm. I plan nothing. Get it together, Hillary.
And honestly, and we said this on the live, and I don't care to say this. Last week was not the best week because I got my feelings hurt.
Yeah, why?
Because I found out about the fence on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And it drives me nuts when I
But I tried to adult.
You tried to adult. It was just like we said. I always said we'd never bring anything that we haven't resolved.
Spur of the moment. That's right.
No, oh
yes.
That's a wreck.
Yes. See, us men, we know. Spur of the moment's the way we roll. Life's fun. What if? What if we didn't plan everything?
Oh. Cindy Horning, my son's going to Granby tomorrow. Are you all going to?
Yeah, that's where we're going. We're going for the high limit series.
So Jane's plan is to not go to school on Wednesday. But I don't know about that. What do you think?
Oh, he ain't going to school.
Okay.
You know his teacher watches, right? Whoops. Just kidding. He'll be there unless he gets the allergy thing going again.
And I have to Jeff is independent and spontaneous.
Yes.
He is. But when you have a million things to get done, it's hard. Oh, I like Dolly. Take Mary for a romantic meal to make up for not telling her about the fence. And honestly, on your behalf, you were just adulting, and I appreciate that.
Just didn't. So in the past, I would be like, Mary, I had to get I know this sounds silly to some of you guys, but the dude wanted cash. Okay. Now, obviously, through the GoFundMe and all that, we put the cash in a bank account. And honestly, I never, unless they're paying for a car or something where you just write a check, I wasn't used to transferring. Like, I don't like walking around with gobs of cash. I'm not used to it, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't sure how you go about doing these things. And I would always say, Mary, can you go get, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to handle this, and I'm going to surprise her that I handled everything, got everything delivered, unloaded, and the whole thing. And then.
No, it was just miscommunication. It was okay. I didn't think it's just because.
No, it was great. It wasn't just okay.
I just want to feel like I'm a part of it. That's all.
You were part of it.
Actually, okay, I have to say, spur of the moment is okay sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, well, wait do you find out what we got to do next? Keep your ears pretty.
Well, it's all right. Oh, Caitlin, Caitlin has a 13-year-old son, and we were talking about getting you taking the boys and Caitlin and I going out to dinner or something.
Well, where's Caitlin live?
We met her at the Liberty.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do remember. Yes.
Hey, Ann, ask Jeffrey that.
What?
What letter and date are we on?
What? C.
Let's see.
C.
C.
Casino.
Casino?
Yes.
more like Cinco.
See, Cinco. We should go. Lori, you'll have to go back and watch. Why was our dear friend Teresa set it up, and we used a lot of it for.
We're using it for the farm.
We're using it for the fencing for the farm. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was a surprise to us. We did not know it was a.
Oh, okay. Yes, I remember, Caitlin. Yes.
Yeah, we did not make. No, we did not make.
No, we didn't.
We didn't make the GoFundMe.
And honestly, listen, I'm very, very, very thankful. If I would have been approached about it, I would have said no. Now, having said that, if it wouldn't be for that, there wouldn't be almost $8,000 worth of material sitting over at Lake Road ready to be installed.
Thank you, Ricardo.
So I'm just saying,
there wouldn't be a Finley because we wouldn't worry about Finley because
right.
we couldn't
so
have fencing.
Because of you guys' generosity, it has. This was our dream since we found out we could do the Lake Road thing, but it's happening. I don't want to say it's happening faster because I'm already getting sassed for not pounding posts in the ground. But it's like the Finley, and there's something else that we haven't talked about that's coming. These things are all coming, and we're excited about it. And trust me when I tell you that it's going to happen. I just want to make sure I do it right. So here I want you guys to vision this, all right? Because for the people that think I'm not doing nothing, no. I'm just saying.
I know, but don't get stuck. That was
so
one person out of 500.
Okay, so to that one person who thinks I'm not doing nothing, my biggest thing right now is I want them. All right, we can go put the fence in, right? I could go out there and paint. I could put T-posts in, put some fencing up, and say, there you go. I don't want that. I don't want to have to worry about the animals because we're not going to live there, guys. We're not going to live there. We're going to be there a lot.
And we're going to have securities.
And we're going to have security cameras and all the things. But I don't want to have to worry getting that. And it could happen, right? But I don't want to get a phone call in the middle of the day. Hey, there's a cow out on Lake Road. So not only that, but now I want them to have shelter from the sun. I don't have to worry about cold temperatures and all that yet. So in my brain, I'm like, do I spend the time? Because here's the thing. All the buildings that are on the property that I could use were pretty much built in place to be used where they're at in place. So in order to get the 3-cow garage up there where we need it, I would have to do some reinforcing. I'd have to do this. I'd have to drag it up there. It's not a 5-minute job. And I wonder, okay, do I spend my time and energy doing that? Or do I just keep looking for a run-in shelter, new, used, whatever, that's really nice that I want it, that I'm going to be proud of, that when people come to, they say, wow, that's nice. So having said that, it kind of determines where I put the fencing. Like if I put fencing up on the first third of the property and then decide I got to drag the 3-cow car garage up, now I got to drag it out around, make sure I can bring it through the gate. So
okay, I'm just going to have to say, I have to agree with her because
her what?
Let the haters hate. They're not worth your time.
No, but
but I'm just saying, everybody on here, except for like one person.
No, I know.
Knows your heart. So I don't think you really, because I can tell you're getting anxious because you feel that.
No, I'm not anxious at all. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm more anxious because I'm excited. I want it to happen.
We're about 15 minutes from Lake Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not far from Lake Road
at all. Yeah, we're
not
far at all.
It's not. And I'm sorry. I'm going to go back up. I can't remember who asked.
Yes, Kim, Debbie. Yes.
Kim asked. Jaden gets off school this Friday, and he's off until mid-August, I think. So, yeah, don't let that bad apple spoil the lie.
No, we're not. No. I love you guys, and I just want to explain that.
Can I tell you something? These people know.
I know they know,
so
but
don't worry about it.
I'm not.
Let's just have fun.
We are having fun.
Stress.
I'm not stressed.
It's wonderful, but we've really kept them for a really, really long time.
I didn't. I just got here.
That's just true.
Hi, guys. What? Oh,
Holly, you're close to Lake Road.
I think Holly. Now we haven't addressed this. We haven't talked about this, but I have mentioned it. I think that Holly's a good person, right? We love her, and she came into our lives. We first met her at the Liberty, and now she's volunteering and she's helping Steinmetz with a lot of stuff. I really feel like at some point she could probably be one of our people that if we're out racing and say, hey, can you go check, just make sure that somebody called me a jerk. Can you go check to make sure that Cinco's got water and everything's good? I could see her driving in there and helping us with it. And maybe not. Maybe she doesn't want to. But
here's the deal. I think throughout this journey, no matter whatever happens, I think we have made some absolutely phenomenal online. I mean, like I said, you all are our family.
mm-hmm.
I think Starlink. Sorry, I think we've made some phenomenal friends online. We've made some phenomenal friends local that I never knew existed. Like I had a very, very tiny social circle.
Janook would be. I thought maybe Janook would be too. But yeah, Kim, absolutely. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
So thank you, Ricardo. We love seeing you all, and
absolutely.
And it's weird, like I said, you see these names, and it's like Ricardo. I know your mom had some health problems, and it's just it's neat to be able to see your names and relate to you all, and you all are a family, and we're excited.
The other thing that's been weighing on my mind here of late, and I don't know how to do it or make it happen, and you're going to kill me.
Oh, good God. Well, you're going to bring something up on YouTube Live.
Yeah, I am, because we're real. I've talked to you about it when we're driving and stuff, but I really feel like, and I've talked about this, I don't know how to make it happen, just because of what we're getting ready to do. But I would love to be able to go back down to Texas and spend at least a day and just help Paw. That's been on my heart here of late. And like I said, I don't know. I know it's crazy timing and all the things, but I would love to be able to work with that guy for a day and just, have you tuned into him yet? I know you're busy and it's hard for you, but if you could if you could just take one of his lives and just watch, he is such a good guy.
You and your notifications.
You grabbed my computer.
If it's not your phone, it's something else.
But I would love to be able to get down there and spend the day just taking the metal off the roof or whatever where he wants to save. And yeah. See, Rick just talked about it. But I would get down there. I know it's hot, and I know they got snakes, but I would love to get down there and just bust my tail for a day for that man. I don't know. And then today's video, I seen that he's given Lester some land, and he's just a kind. I hope you get to watch him. I don't know. Even though I only met him once.
When's Papa come on?
Every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 8 o'clock.
Okay, so I have to listen to it.
So it'd be 9 o'clock. No, wait. 8 o'clock our time? 8 or 9 our time. Because Lester comes on at an hour later.
I'll be working. So I'll have to go back and listen.
Yeah, I know, Papa. That's why I want to. That's why snakes are friends. Holly, girl. That's why I'd love to help him.
Why wouldn't you wait till their house shows there and do their HVAC?
Because I can't do that in the day. I would help. I would absolutely help.
Oh, Jamie's on now.
But I would love to. Oh, she's on a live.
Snakes kill rodents.
Well, that's true.
But I think you'd rather have rodents than snakes.
Yeah, you heard me. She says, "Well, Holly, keep your snakes away." I just love Paw. I don't even know why. Like I said, all right, I'll quit talking. I would love for Jamie and Lester to visit. I would love to be able to have them come up. I'd love, because Lester's so into history.
Let me just tell you, everything we have would be clean. Cleanest cars known to man.
Oh, yeah. We can't be hauling them around. Right.
So, alrighty, guys. I think we're going to hop off here.
Yep, I think we had you long enough.
Brandy, no, the snakes are not our friends. Oh, sorry, Rick. I'm going back. It's going to be in the hundreds next month.
Where?
I'm assuming probably Texas.
Yes, Laura, I did see what they're doing. Yes.
So, well, listen, guys, we love y'all. We appreciate you tuning in. So, we will talk to you soon.
Yep, we got to get cracking. We got things to do here yet tonight.
No, we don't.
Guys, before I close out of here, how about smashing the like button for me, huh? See them numbers go up. Anyhow, guys, we love you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Mary and I are going to go put a fence post in the ground
Thank
tonight.
you, Ricardo. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so
I'm
much.
not pounding a fence post. I only vlogs. I'm gonna go to bed early.
What? Go back and read a comment. Let's go back and read a comment.
You have to do this. You have to slide.
Let me go back. Who was that? Whoa.
I know. You gotta go down slow.
Okay, here.
Yeah, thank. Yeah. Okay, guys, patience. We're getting there.
Anybody would like to purchase? Snakes are okay. Spiders are not. Whoever sent that about reading the comment, send it again real quick, and then I will get off of here.
Michelle.
No, it was somebody else.
Michelle said, please keep her husband Phil in your prayers. They go to the Eye Institute in Philly tomorrow and hopefully get him some help.
Wow. We will do that.
Greer, go back down.
What?
That's a Varney.
What?
Sandy Greer.
What?
Sandy Greer's husband was a Varney, and we're like related. Don't worry about it. You're way too far. Just get back down.
All right, guys. This is.
So anyway, we're gonna hop off here. Hey, like I said, if I didn't get to your question or anything, feel free to shoot us an email because we love hearing from you, and I try to get back to you in a timely manner. But have a super wonderful week, and I'm sure we'll see you here pretty soon. But we love you, and remember,
what if? Good night,
guys.
Night.